கிச்சனில் கட்டாம்பூச்சி வந்து நான் உங்ககிட்ட சொன்னேன். ஆனால் இன்னைக்கு வாட்ஸ்அப்பில் எவனோ ஒருத்தன் ஸ்பாட்டடாக காக்ரோச் இருக்கு பிகர் எப்படி எல்லாமே எங்கெங்கயோட ரீட் பண்ணுறானுங்க. இப்போ இந்த மாதிரி தான் கவுன்சிலிங் கொடுத்து இது பண்ணுங்க.
Ebenezer sir, please make guest as co-host sir. Hello.
ம். என்னாச்சு? என்ன சொல்லு? விஷ்ணு.
Hello. Hello.
Good evening, Raja. Welcome.
Friends, good evening. The program will start at 6:35 sharply. Please wait for 3 more minutes.
Sir, good evening, sir. Can you hear me, sir? Good evening, sir.
Good evening, doctor. I can hear you. We
Thank
can
you,
start
sir.
the
Thank
program
you.
at 6:35. Guest has arrived. We can start the
Yes,
program at
sir.
6:35.
Yes,
So
sir.
you
Sure,
can take
sir.
a welcome address. I will speak about PRSA Chennai chapter, and you again introduce the guest, and then we'll hand over to the guest.
Okay, sir. Sure, sir.
Benjamin sir, good morning. Good evening.
Good evening. We are not able to
Ish.
upload the PPT.
You cannot able to upload the PPT.
Okay, fine now.
Okay, Vishwapreeta madam. Good evening. We made both of you as admin, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening, madam.
Yes. Yes.
Doctor, we can start.
Very good evening, one and all present here. We welcome you all for this wonderful webinar named called Creating Customer Personas in the Digital Age, especially for Artificial Intelligence. I welcome Mr. Ramkumar Singaram, sir, Chairman, PRSI Chennai Chapter. Sir, can you share few words about PRSI Chennai Chapter, sir?
Yeah, before that, I warmly welcome Vishnu Preetham, madam. Thanks a lot for allocating time in your busy schedule. And also, I thank Mr. Benjamin who helped in connecting with you. So thank you so much for accepting our invitation, and thanks for being a guest in today's event. I also warmly welcome Mr. Benjamin and Mr. Kalidas, our EC member, and I can see lot of doctorates as usual. Our member Dr. Vijay and a lot of other known people. Most of the people from Hyderabad, from Northeast, from North India. I can see a lot of people. And this time, the attraction is very fast and very good. Nice to see more people getting benefited out of this seminar. Coming back to our own PRSI. PRSI means it's a Public Relations Society of India, and PRSI started in 1959 at Calcutta, and this national chapter, national headquarters moved to Delhi, and 1969 onwards, Chennai chapter starts functioning, and we are doing a great job here. PRSI throughout India has got 23 chapters and more than 4,000 plus members across India. And Chennai chapter is very strong, and we have got around 135 members, and we have got a lot of corporate members and institutional members, as well as people from ad agencies, PR agencies, and media houses. Students are all part of our group. In Chennai, at Chennai chapter, we organize an offline meeting at Hotel Savera once in a month, and 2 online webinars. So far we would have organized at least more than 50 webinars, and a lot of people are getting benefited. The benefit goes beyond 10,000 people. So it's nice to make the group vibrant, and our main aim is to promote public relations, media, advertising, photography, videography, all to the general public and to the professional community. So on the journey, we are successfully doing it, and we thank and we welcome all members, all friends who continuously supporting our journey. So your presence encourages us to do more, and people who are interested to attend as a guest and who has got a great knowledge to share among the group, they can also contact Dr. Raja. Dr. Raja is our honorary secretary. He is assistant professor working in Wales University Viscount Department. You can write a message to him so that he can able to bring you on board to share your valuable knowledge to all the community, this Viscom community or Masscom community people. So nice. Now over to Dr. Raja to give a brief introduction about today's guest, Vishnu Preetham, madam. Then afterwards, madam will start explaining about the concept, and then open forum and vote of thanks. So this is the event will close at 7:30 sharp. So thank you very much, people, for joining us. Over to Dr. Raja, our secretary.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. It is my pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker, Ms. Vishnu Preetham, founder of Digital Christ, a brand and a digital marketing strategist with over 2 decades of experience in helping business build memorable brands and accelerate growth. Her expertise spans brand positioning, content strategy, creative design, digital marketing, and performance-driven campaigns, enabling organization to create compelling customer experience across every touch point. Over the course of her career, Vishnu Preetham has worked with brands across industries, including education, real estate, BFSI, healthcare, lifestyle technology, and consumer business. She has helped organizations and strengthen their brand identity, craft impactful narratives, and executive marketing strategies that have generated millions of qualified leads while delivering measurable business outcomes. Joining with our is Benjamin Premkumar, co-founder of Digital Christ, a seasoned digital marketing professional with extensive experience in media planning, digital strategy, and business growth. With a strong background in audience acquisition, campaign optimization, and digital transformation, Benjamin has worked with business across sectors to develop marketing initiatives that deliver measurable impact. Madam, we welcome you for this wonderful webinar. Over to you, ma'am. Ms. Vishnuprita, ma'am, and Benjamin Prem Kumar, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you for welcoming us and thank you for letting us share our thoughts. So I guess we'll. Okay. Wait. Is my voice Is my voice
Madam,
Yes,
it's
ma'am.
echoing. Voice is audible, but it's echoing.
I'll have to figure this out. I'm in a closed room. Is that a reason why it's echoing?
Okay, it is okay now.
Okay, fine. Okay, so today's topic, creating customer personas in the age of AI. So this is quite relevant today because we are, with rapid, a lot of online buying happening, and there's a big increase in online purchase. Consumers are evolving. So, how Indian consumers have evolved and how AI is helping is what we're going to talk about. So what do you know if, I don't know how many of you can join in, you can just join the chat. What is your idea of, customer or customer persona? Is that topic relevant or have you heard about it or, how do you think? You can always type in the chat and we can take the discussion from there. Anyone wants to join in? Anyway, see, customer persona is usually the ideal customer that that marketers or any product design or product development companies will always create, because it's based on the age, their demographic, their location, their pain points and everything, everything put together. We have an ideal customer and we based our marketing communication and everything based on that customer so that we can make sure that we are selling our product and reaching our ideal customers and increasing our cart value. But with with AI coming into the picture, things have changed because now we have a lot more data. It's not just profiling anymore. We have data that backs our profiling, so it's become much more easier, but at the same time it's also easier to target our customers and also segment them much better. So how Indian customers use AI. So like it says, 41% of Indian consumers use AI shopping tools. They are a lot of them have already started to use them. They use recommendations, they use virtual assistants, which is a great thing. But that for a marketer, that's especially very, very good, because now I can delve deeper into what my customer wants, who my customer is, what his or her pain points are, what drives them to the cart, and what will also make them leave the cart midway. I know it could be anything. I might like a product, I might see something else that is, I might find something, a competitive price on another website, and I might go there. So when marketers start profiling their customers and use AI and data, deep data into understanding their customers, it becomes easier to make sure that, when someone reaches a cart, we don't lose them. It will convert, which is a challenge right now. I might go to an Amazon or a Myntra, or I might go to a Meesho, but that's the problem here. All three of them might list the same products. Maybe the price might be a little different. But what makes me buy from Myntra or buy from Amazon? So as a brand, it's very, very important for me to always understand that this is my customer. What could be their pain point? What could be the thing that will make me make sure that my customer stays with me? Will also might check other places also, but will still come back to me. That stickiness is very important as a marketer, and that's what AI is helping. And creating your customer profile makes sure that your customer sticks around and completes the purchase. So AI, that's why, with Indian consumers, more and more Indian consumers coming in and using recommendations, we are getting a lot more data to back our, how our customers behave and what drives them, and create more intent-based ads and marketing campaigns. So why this topic now? So yes, rapid AI adoption among Indian consumers.
Sure.
Sorry?
Please
Okay.
proceed, madam. Proceed,
Yeah,
madam. Sorry.
among Indian consumers, and we want to move from fictional profiles. See, traditional AI, traditional, profiling of a consumer, of a customer profile till a few years ago, it was just that I see my customer coming in every time. I see what they buy, and I'm going to base my decisions based on, this person bought this at this particular point in time. Maybe this is what drives them. Maybe I might find their data in terms of their birthdays or someone, their family's birthdays. We start segmenting them based on that. But now with AI, if you go to any shopping website, you realize that every time you buy something, the next time, even if you don't buy, if you add it to your cart or you search a particular product, you will see that the website or the shopping e-commerce website will start showing you similar products and say, this might be interesting. Why don't you take a look at this? This is their way. It's not just it's not just an ideal fictional profile anymore. They know I'm an ideal customer. They know I have purchased this product, or I am looking to purchase this. I have added it to the cart, and I am someone that they can always chase to, buy a little bit more. So if I buy something more, they might show me something that can be added to the cart, and they can say, okay, you bought this last time, why don't you buy this? So this is where AI helps us create our, personas. So it makes it easier to segment each of our customers and make sure that we target our messaging, we target our campaigns, we target our customers and show them the products that are relevant to them, not just, anything and, anything to any customer anymore. That way we can make sure that the cart value increases, which is what we as a brand, that's what we are driving. We want our cart value to increase. Some customer buys something for 200 today. We want to make sure that they buy for 2,000 or 10,000, or down the line. So that's where AI is helping brands create, more relevant messaging. So like they say, traditional personas were, often age quickly because you don't really know a customer. And especially today, a customer's behavior changes. I might buy an Android phone today, but with messaging and with FaceTime and with everyone using, Apple, we see a lot of people shifting towards buying a Mac or an Apple, and not really being bothered about the price that goes into it, because our customers are also evolving. And so should your marketing and your personas also. And traditional personas will not help. We need a lot more data-backed personas to help our product sales. So what is a typical profiling? We'll have location, we'll have a lot of other things that we might look at. But with that is not relevant anymore, So we have to move towards more excuse me, sorry. Yeah. So let me change. For a decision-making model we have to create, we need AI. So what can be, I think I lost sorry, again. Are you able to see my PPT? Okay.
Yes, madam.
Yeah, sorry. What AI personas add? You see, AI personas, they go beyond demographics and add motivations, objections, content preference, buying readiness. Those are the things that we see. And as more and more engagement data comes in, we are able to change our messaging based on that. They're not stale anymore. For instance, what I buy today, tomorrow you can always show me something similar. If I buy an iPhone today or I buy any mobile phone today, what my data shows me is I bought a phone today, maybe might need a tempered glass, or if I don't buy a tempered glass online, I will always buy a phone cover, or I might buy a charger, or might buy or a headphone. So when I start creating personas and segmenting them, it becomes so much more easier to understand what your customer will be, who your customer is, and be able to change your messaging and change your, show them similar products. So profiling versus persona. See, the traditional, very outdated model of profiling a typical customer becomes their age, their designation, their company. It's a very slow process, and it's not really data backed. But with AI, we get everything: their behavior, their intent, their engagement data, their actionable audience segment. That it's quite dynamic, and we refresh every time. For instance, if you see a lot of websites now, a lot more than before, we are noticing that, any festival, it becomes a lot more targeted. Any festival around the corner, or if there's a weekend coming up, we always say, we have our Make My Trip selling you a long weekend coming up. Why don't you do this? This is also based on what they have seen. Are we a person who travels during the weekend, or are we people who just travel, is someone traveling only during the week? Based on that, they start changing their messaging, sending us emailers, and that makes it easier for brands to convert. And at the same time, for customers also, it also pushes your customer to come back to you. So, like I already said, profiling versus AI personas, profiling is just very, very broad. But with AI, you get to their goals, you get to their blockers, you get to their motivation, you get their next step. What motivates. AI helps you understand what motivates your customer, or what will motivate them. What is it that will push them to come to the cart and actually make that purchase? Is it something like a discount? See, I'll give you an example. I'm a shopper. I think we'll go back to shopping a little later. But I'm a compulsive shopper. So when before Myntra, there was Jabong, and there were other online e-commerce websites. And what used to happen before is that if I liked a product, they used to have these discounts. But sometimes what used to happen is the discounts used to end, immediately. They just to have a small time frame, and then the discounts used to end. It used to be a little difficult because, I would want to go back and buy the product. But those, I'm talking about 10 years ago, what I used to do was I used to call up Jabong. I used to call their customer care and tell them, listen, I saw this product on discount and I would want to buy it. Why don't you give me a discount? Is there an active discount available right now? And interestingly enough, they used to actually give me the discount, not maybe the whole thing, but at least I used to get something. So they understood that, and after some time, I noticed that Jabong started giving me products that were similar to the products that I used to buy. Now with AI, but Myntra is, we would say that the trailblazer in that. We'll discuss Myntra a little later, because Myntra understands their customers really, really well. If you go to Myntra, much more than an Amazon or a Meesho or any other platform that you see, they understand exactly what you would want, and they make you come back to it, and they give you a lot more rewards for buying it's basically what you already want, but they make you buy it by giving you rewards and make you feel that, I am buying this and I'm getting rewards, so I'm buying it. But it's actually something that you already want. But Myntra also knows that, by making you feel that you're getting rewarded for buying it, you will go back and purchase again and again. And the sales don't seem to be stopping. It's not really over a weekend. It's always, Myntras of the world seem to be having a sale every second day now. Every week there's a sale. So they know our customers have changed. People are shopping a lot more. Personas also have changed. It's not just, like how it used to be, it's just, like the CRM. See, if in the AI era, we have the CRMs, we have their journeys, we can use their data. We have real-time data to tell us what's happening. If I go and buy a particular product, AI will tell you. Say, for instance, if I buy a shoe, AI might tell me something tomorrow, so this particular customer bought a shoe. Why don't you show them something related to that shoe. So I'll end up buying a socks, or I'll end up buying a shorts or a t-shirt, depending on what I buy. Or if I buy a work trousers, formal trousers, they come back to me and tell me, why don't you go and buy? Sometimes even before you exit the cart, you already see them showing you, buy this trouser will match with this particular top, or this particular blazer, and this particular shoe. So this is what, though this was there before too, but with AI, the turnaround is much, much quicker. You understand my journey really well. So what you do is you make sure that as soon as you see me reaching the cart, you tell me, why don't you take a look at this also? So this way, brands are not only changing their messaging to match my intent or my interest, but they're also making sure that the cart's value also increases. I might have gone there just to buy something for 1,000 rupees or 1,500 bucks, but I end up leaving with purchases worth about 5,000, which is, bad for the customer, but for the brand, it's much, much better. So AI is helping us segment our customers a lot better than before. And it's also, quicker. And it delves deeper into everything, into their journey, into their intent. So how this helps digital marketing, like we've already discussed that, I've already said that AI personas make digital marketing smarter because they improve ad targeting. Yes, they do. If retargeting works that way. If I go check a product tomorrow, I will see the same product, chasing me in every website that I go. Google does that all the time. So when I land and I click on that ad and I land on a landing page, if the landing page message or the content follows up with the same thing, and my journey also goes to the same, they understand this is what AI helps me understand the customer life cycle a little better. So it is much, much easier to tailor your communication and not waste your media spend. What I used to spend thousands of rupees trying to chase every customer, now I know this product will sell with this particular customer, and I can target and make sure that for each segment, so for a budget loving persona, if someone is very much of a bargain shopper who's always looking for a discount, I will segment my bargain shoppers in one segment. And they are a customer persona that I create, knowing that these people will only buy when there's a sale. But if there is someone who likes spending, or who is a little bit maybe based on their affluence or maybe based on their purchase behavior, if I know that they are willing to spend that extra rupee, what I would do is I will end up showing them a little high value product to make sure that the cart value increases. At the end of the day, it's always about the cart value. That's where marketing is heading towards. And as a digital marketer, if you're in the digital space, it makes it easier to understand your customer and make sure that you target your customer, and the messages that you put out is very, very personalized. And like your Make My Trip, Make My Trip does that really well, or Zomato does that really, really well. If you check Zomato's ads or Make My Trip's ads, they know exactly when you have a weekend coming up. And it's not necessarily, see, the weekend for national holidays is fine, but some holidays are specific to the area, for the location that they're targeting. And those ads are, when they are specific, they target us based on that. And they tell us, why don't you, go out during this, you have a long weekend coming up. What are you doing? You need to celebrate this and you need to celebrate that. Why don't you take flights are cheaper, buses are cheaper, trains are cheaper. So our messaging changes based on creating our personas, and it becomes so much more easier to personalize, and we can do it at scale. It's not just, I can do it only for a small segment. I can sort everyone. If I have 100,000 customers, I can sort all of them. I can have 1,000,000 or 2,000,000 customers. It doesn't really matter. I can sort all of them, segment each of them and create personas, and segment each of them and put them in each buckets. And it's easier to make sure that my targeting and my messaging is specific for that persona or that particular segment. So, like profiling described leads, but personas, they help us persuade them. That is why AI is becoming the central to modern digital marketing, which we've already discussed, which is very, very important. With AI, we know exactly who we are targeting. who we are not targeting. Yes, it can be intrusive. Sometimes it can be intrusive, but it's also giving us as a marketer a lot more data to back our decisions. Now it's a lot more data backed decisions, and it's really, really helping us change the way how we target our customers. So how an AI-driven persona workflow works, it's a 4-step framework. You have to audit the data, you have to identify your behavior segments, use AI to draft personas, and validate and operationalize. This is very, very true. How do you get your audit your data sources? You have your CRMs, you have your campaigns, the city-wise data, you have your webs and your analytics, you have WhatsApp and call logs and surveys and interview data. That's how you get those are your data sources. We know where all your customers are. Next, you use the data, but in a very, very different way. You don't really put all your data on AI. You have to, not really, you segment them. You don't give them names. You just give them broad names. When you Jane Doe or Geeta or, bargain Geeta, or that's how usually, customer segmentation happens. You just give them names that are very, very broad, but you also give them a prefix that says what kind of a customer, which that segment that is. If it's a bargain shopper, it's a last time shopper, things like that, so that it becomes easier. And AI will tell you, they will give you groups where they can segment them based on goals, pain points. See, what could be a pain point for someone, a cart value that's a little, I might have seen something offline. The best way to see it is if you go back and check Amazon's reviews, you will see someone telling you, I didn't buy it on Amazon, but you still have these reviews that say, I didn't buy it on Amazon. I bought it offline because it's cheaper offline. So, that is a customer who will come and do some window shopping on Amazon, but might not buy, but will go back and compare prices. So that's the person who's going to compare prices, compare reviews. But you will still target that customer, because that customer will become, will become a purchasing customer somewhere down the line. So you don't really lose out on anyone. You target everyone, you segment everyone. AI helps you. This was already there. It's not like this was new. It's just that AI has made it much, much easier to segment our customers, and it's quicker. The turnaround is quicker, and the data doesn't become stale. We always make sure that the data stays relevant and it's real time. That's the only difference. So validation is where you run some short interviews. You see any data, even if it's AI, if you've used AI very, very extensively, that AI can also hallucinate at some point. Especially if you've used Claude, you write to Claude and Claude will start saying, I'm hallucinating. Most of these AI tools do hallucinate. So sometimes these data can be obsolete or can be a little wrong, a little, there could be a mismatch. The best way to validate it is not just by using only AI, but you have to compare. You compare your current data, you run interviews, you have focus groups. That's why you have your survey monkeys, or you have these survey forms where you understand, you do your interviews. And the best way to validate data is always your frontline sales team. Your sales team, your counselors, your call center agents, who will always be, anyway, they are the people who are actually the front who are facing the customer, and they also will be able to tell you, a little bit about how your customer is reacting to certain things, and what they're talking about, and what seems to be something that they will do. So, though we are using AI, we cannot really let go of the traditional ways of marketing and sales also. AI is a tool that we will use, but not the only thing that we are going to depend on. Okay, so here comes, in how India's fashion brand platform uses generative AI and personalization. Myntra, I think, we will always say, is a trailblazer when it comes to, creating customer personas and creating, like I was telling you about Jabong, which was later on bought by Myntra. They understand the customers better. If you purchase on Myntra, if you just want to understand how marketing works, you should just go. I know Myntra over the years has changed. It used to be a lot more premium before, but it's not really, but they've realized that their customers are also evolving because the competition has become a lot more. So you know, with Amazon coming into the picture, with Meesho coming into the picture, Myntra has realized that they can't be only dependent on their high purchasing, high value customers anymore. So Myntra introduced, they also have their AI pillars, you know, they have their AI tools where they talk to their customers and understand their customers and all that. But Myntra has, excuse me, Mitra has done something that a lot of marketers can actually use because they always evolve. You know, you cannot see Myntra only selling one particular product or one particular value. Now Myntra, because they didn't want it to become like a budget shopping thing. They don't want it to show it as budget shoppers. So they have the forward, they have the Gen Z segment where you will find the same similar products and that everyone buys, but at a much cost effective price. You know, the price points are much different. So, and they have the luxury shoppers. They have segmented very easily. So, sorry. Anyway, so AI is now the core pillar of Myntra's fashion platform. It shows how AI can create business value at scale. Yes, you know, if they target everyone, they're very good. All of this relies on understanding who the customer is, what they like, and what will reduce friction in their journey. This is very important. The problem that Myntra solved, you know, fashion search is often vague and intent based, and keyword search alone misses user context. Like, for instance, you know, what this actually means is, you know, I am a shopper. If you go to Google and you want something, you just go and type, you know, particularly, you know, and Google Ads, if you're a marketer, you know how Google Ad works. It works based on keywords. But if I'm a shopper or I'm buying something, I'm not going to be searching just in terms of keywords, and it's not going to work that way. I might be just sitting and shopping in the middle of the night, which is a lot of things that people do. And people are shopping at so many different times that you don't even know when they're shopping. And you know, you can't even imagine that they'll be shopping at this particular time. You'll have shoppers at 1, 2 o'clock. I've shopped late in the night, so I know that that works. So what Myntra does is they actually allow you to not just search. You know, I can search based on what I'm doing. I can say, you know, this, I can just talk to Myntra's AI like I'm talking to a person. Like you have Maya, Myntra's how it suggests, you know, products. So, you know, I am going for a vacation. Why don't you show me some dresses? Or why don't you show me some summer hats? Why don't you show me some shoes for a formal event? And it'll come back with not just suggestions. You can actually, like your language, like how you're speaking to someone. Myntra has evolved so much that their GPT, it's powered by ChatGPT, but it's evolved so much that I can write something as if I'm having a conversation with someone I know, like I'm having a conversation with a shop assistant, and it'll come back with suggestions, not just for but one particular product, but also related products. If I ask for a shoe, it gives me a trouser, or it might even give me something else. You know, it might even give me you know, a stole, or sometimes even a headphone. Myntra does things like that because it says, you know, why don't you look at these things? And like it, you know, keyword does miss a lot of context, but Myntra's search and their AI actually is on point. So if you are going to, you know, want to understand marketing, I think we would really suggest you go and actually, even if you don't shop, go check how the whole platform is built, center on the customer, and how they evolve based on your changes, how you search, the outfits that you check, or your purchase history. So, you know, like, you know, like I already said, shoppers want outfit level suggestions, not just product matches. And yes, it will give you the whole thing. It makes it a whole shopping experience. My Fashion GPT, you know, they released it, I think, in 2023 or something like that, or 2022. And they were talking about how, you know, you can naturally, you know, have a natural language shopping search. It's like, you know, I type how I speak. And that's a game changer, which was not there before. So, you know, users can just talk to the app and tell them, you know, I want something like this, and why don't you find me something that, you know, that will match this particular event that I'm going for, or this particular thing that I want this product for. And actually, a lot of research says that, you know, this has helped Myntra a lot. We'll come back to that later. So when we use natural language prompt, and, you know, with AI, what it does is it'll understand, interprets the intent and the context. And Myntra returns with relevant items and look ideas. They have their own lookbook. It understands your intent. And the way you search also, AI is able to understand, are you just a window shopper or are you coming back to actually make that purchase, not just add the product to the cart? They don't want a cart abandonment, which is a very big problem if you are an online shopping brand, an e-commerce brand. That is something that every e-commerce brand suffers from, but is a challenge that they face and they have to navigate and understand. But with AI prompts and with AI intent and understanding our customer intent and context, it has become so much easier for brands like Myntra to convert their customers and maintain the stickiness. Your customer doesn't just go and buy from you, but they also stay back. They come back to you because not just for your loyalty program, but they also come back because I know that they're going to give me a lot more. The good thing is with Myntra might have been the one who started this, but now we have okay, we have the Mishos of the world doing that, but then you have Amazon doing it now. If you go back to Amazon, you can check that if you search for something today, it'll go back tomorrow. You just have to search for a product today. Then Amazon will come back tomorrow and show you, why don't you start where you left off? And that is where it starts off. And from there, it starts showing you similar products. And the more you search, the more products that might be relevant to you shows up on your screen or on the app, which makes it easier as a brand, it might be about customer stickiness or increasing your cart value. But as a customer also, this is important. The brand, when you feel that the brand understands your needs, you become a brand loyalist. That is one thing. But it's also, when a brand understands your need, you will understand that you start to feel that, the brand values my time, values my interest, values my intent. And that helps when you are a customer, because when it is making you feel important. You become important at that particular point in time. You are important to the brand, and when a brand makes you feel that way, you feel that you become a lot more loyal to the brand. And that is what AI helps us with. If creating a customer persona where I go delve deeper into a customer's profile, it helps me not just understand the intent behind the purchase behavior or a cart abandonment and all that, but it also helps me create customer loyalists and brand ambassadors who understand that, I value them. And as a customer, it also makes them feel that, I am valued, so I am going to go back. I will go back to this brand because I am valued and my purchase matters. Even if I buy something for a very less, maybe for 200 or 100, but they still come back and show me something that they value me. So that is something that, as a brand, if you are a brand that's starting out, or if you are a marketer, this is important. You have to make your customer, like the content is the king when you're when you are marketing something. Your customer is also the king who drives your business. So your customer, understanding the customer persona, creating a customer persona makes it easier for us to make them a loyalist and make them come back to you. So Myntra's, AI stack, we have Maya, My Stylist, Fashion GPT, and there's search relevance. If you go go search something on Myntra, actually forget Myntra. Now even Ajio has come up with it. So Ajio is also changing, and Amazon has anyway changed. So you find that more and more, the more and more I search, the more and more, the brand understands, the brand uses AI or whatever tool is it to make the products and the product listing more relevant to me. And they know if I'm a person who purchases high value products, you will see that the high value products will be listed first, unless I choose that I want to go from high to low or low. I sort the products differently. So lessons for marketers: start with the customer's intent. Replace your generic journeys with contextual ones. Use AI to match needs to offers faster. Yes, this is like we were discussing. Your Jabongs, not Jabongs, Zomatos and your Make My Trip, they are very good at that. And your Ease My Trip is fine, but your when it comes to targeting the customers, Zomato creates very interesting ads, but it's your Make My Trip or Myntra doesn't do it much, but the others are also, they help you. They use their artificial intelligence really, really well to make my journey as a customer more and more relevant and more easier for me. I don't have to waste time. If I'm coming for a short purchase, I can do it within 5 minutes. I don't have to waste hours trying to look for a product. So what Myntra shows us about AI and audiences, AI is now the core pillar. We've already discussed that. All these things have, changed. And that is how it is. One great thing is, they have their virtual try on, they have their chatbot. And interestingly enough, Myntra now has the M now, which is the 30-minute delivery. And I think a lot of brands are catching up with that. People have, this is the age of instant gratification. So we want something instantly and we want something now, and we want, even if it's happiness or everything, we always, it is a word that will stick around for a long, long time, especially I think after the pandemic. So what has happened now is that, I want this now and it makes me happy now and I want it now. So that's why, you find your 10-minute deliveries working, or your, everything coming to you seems to be working. And interestingly enough, even the fashion brands have started. And even Amazon has this, if you go to Amazon Fresh, you can get something delivered within 2 hours, which was not there before. Or Myntra and Ajio has also started doing deliveries in 30 minutes, which is not just AI, it's also understanding your customer better. They've segmented me. I am a person who would want something now. And why don't I cater to that? Why don't I make sure that my customer who is an instant shopper or who likes instant deliveries, why should I miss that? They don't want to miss everything. Their AI, their intelligence, or their data has helped them understand that I cannot lose even one shopper, because if I lose one shopper today, it is never just one shopper, because when I'm not just one shopper, I am one segment. If one segment goes away, you will lose that one segment to another, your competitor. So AI personas help us not just lose one. Today with AI, I segment my customers in such a way that I know this segment is relevant and this segment is important to me, and I will make sure that each and every segment, even if they shop only once in a month or once in 2 months, I don't want to lose it. I will still keep telling them to buy now. So I have products that aligns with their goals, their intents, but I keep all of them with me. And I also make sure that I show them competitive prices so that they never leave. Or in a way, even if they leave, they still come back to me. So, under the hood AI, living personas at scale. So, how persona logic at scale, all this we've already discussed, vernacular search, or not just vernacular, it's just how we speak itself, very, very casual way of searching for some product, which is what Myntra has done, which was never done before, but now we have with I think Amazon is also, and all their chatbots are now understanding that, I don't search, I want a mug. I'm just searching for a coffee mug. I might do a search like, I want a coffee mug for a graduation or an office farewell or things like that. So people are changing the way they search because they're very specific about what they want and for what particular event or why exactly they want something. And this is where AI helps a brand segment and understand and show products based on what they're searching. So, this as AI also evolves, your customer also evolves, our segmentation also evolves, which was done before. But the difference is that before, the traditional segmenting was only age, location, my career and things like that. And, a little bit maybe about my intents and interests, but that was not always data back. But with CRM and with, and your call centers and the AI chatbot, data that's coming up, we are able to get a lot more from our customers. So enough of AI. Enough about shopping. So like we've discussed, I was discussing about how shopping and e-commerce is changing the way AI is being used. There is other things also. This is not, your customer persona is not just only, not just only for your online shopping, or your small shopping needs. It's all for any brand, be it your real estate, be it your college admissions or anything like that. And that is something that we've actually worked on, and something that we've really, as we've done for our clients, and we've understood, and we didn't want to do real estate. We'll tell you about how Weekend MBA, and how these programs, and how customer personas, and how we created them for one of our clients and their Weekend MBA program, and how it has helped us, help the brand bring in a lot more admissions. And for that, I'm going to be handing the thing over to my colleague, Mr. Benjamin, who will take you through how customer personas are very important when it comes to, not just your online e-commerce websites, but okay. Thank you. Over to you.
So I don't know how many of you have gone through the dot-com boom in late 90s and early 2000. Eyeball was a buzzword those times. Just pure traffic. So people didn't care, what that was all about. Billions were built based on the eyeballs. Okay. Now we are in AI boom, and the buzzwords are AI agent, AI tool, hacks, tags, and all those things. So as marketers, we can never run away from this AI, AI nowadays. Okay. And my LinkedIn feed is filled with AI because I've been checking on AI for the last 3-4 months. So there is no escaping from AI. So we did a small exercise for one of our clients.
Recording in progress.
No, sorry.
Yeah, see this.
Benjamin, sir.
No,
Sir, voice is not audible.
I can see.
You can see this.
Okay, so I'll take you through a small exercise we did for one of our clients. This is for Weekend MBA. This is for people with 1 to 2 years of experience. This is offline course, no online, not a hybrid course. Okay, and this is only for Chennai. So the classes will be held only in Chennai. And so we did a campaign. We did a digital marketing campaign and got some around 550 leads. And there are some 3% conversion. And so we uploaded the entire data into AI. Okay. Before that, we did a profiling of the leads. Okay. There is some mixed response. Some 43% of the people were interested in taking up the program, but only 3% ended up taking the admission. Okay. Around 60% of the people were in the 2 to 10 year brand, and around 15 to 20% were in the executive, very senior level category. Some of them were under 1 to 2 year band because they were just starting up. Okay. So as a profiling, we didn't see much beyond the numbers. We saw only some percentage, and this is what they did, this is what they did. And we also got some more data from the telecalling team. There's a counseling team. Okay, so people said, no, the fees is high. They were not responding. This is not online. I don't have time. Fees is high. I want EMI. So no lead. Every set of lead had different feedback. So we couldn't arrive at anything. So we did a simple thing. So we took the entire download of leads, okay, except the names. So we uploaded all the leads with years of experience, industry, feedback into AI tool. This is what we got. So we got around 5 segments, okay, 5 different segments that we were ignoring. Okay, so each segment had its own, motivation and issues. Okay, so there is something called career upgrader. It's 2 to 5 years of experience, and his need is different. And if you look at mid-career growth, he's got 6 to 10 years of experience. He's got different issues for taking up the program. His objectives are different. So if you look at a senior executive, he's looking at his growth, okay, how he can network in terms of strategic, perspectives. So when the budget comes, he looks at only the fees and he is ready to pay EMI. But the college was not ready to give the EMI. So we need to figure out the barriers, okay? And then flexibility for promotion. He is ready to do this, but he had to balance the time and the fee. So we worked out different messages, okay? The messages are different for each and every segment. So grow faster for career upgrader, networking for senior executive, mid-career growth, leadership, and format for the flexibility for professionals. So we also looked at the objections, the limitations, why they are not taking it. Okay. And we arrived at everything and then looked at the grid of how we can reach out to those people effectively. Okay, some of them had different expectations. So they didn't want to be called. Okay, they want to visit the campus. For example, the senior executives, they want to visit the campus, and some of the groups wanted to see the testimonials. So they had different triggers. So we had to handle everything through the calling team. This is what we got. Okay, so at the end of the exercise, we got around 35% increase in the conversion. We did nothing. So we just identify the different personas and we changed the communication and we got the leads. And we did a very simple exercise. We didn't do any complicated analysis. So what we want to say is A makes it easier. So it's just simple. Some of them are very simple. The one we are talking about is very simple. We just uploaded the data. We integrated the data with some of the qualitative feedback we got from telecalling, combined everything and created the message. And they delivered around 35% conversion. It's early stages. There'll be many changes. So okay, this is one small exercise we want to share. So thank you.
Dear participants, thank you, sir. Benjamin, sir. Thank you, sir. Dear participants, if you have any questions, you can unmute yourself and write your question or type in the chat box.
Echoing.
Dear participants, we have a guest today. If you have any questions, please raise your question.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
It was a truly informative and inspiring knowledge sharing event, and I have got a lot of research aspects from this event. Truly, this event will clarify my future professional endeavor as well as the teaching career. So, thank you very much.
Okay, I guess Lokesh has asked a question when we talk about with another person on phone about something, and after that we receive advertisement of different product and service on our social media accounts. Do you think being as a consumer, overpowering AI features can cause personal data leakage and cyber crimes? Sometimes we see different price point of product and service on Android and iPhone. How AI calculation the price point according to consumer and gadget? That is a very, see, it's a relevant question, but see, we are still in the very early stages of it, but if you notice, data leakage happens every day. Your Google is always listening to what you are saying and what you are talking. Have you noticed something? If you're sitting at home and you check something on YouTube, or you're actually having a conversation, sometimes you notice that your feed and your search feeds sometimes ends up, showing you um, that particular product or a service or something related to the topic that you were talking about. So data leakage is something that happens all the time. But yes, cybercrime is one thing, but we can't go all the way there. But we have to go all the way there. But if you have to understand, as a marketer, we are expecting people who are using AI to use it use it responsibly. And as a marketer, we're not looking at using these tools to intrude into someone's privacy. Yes, there is a lot of intrusion happens even without AI. That's happening every day with all the products that we use. Everything that, if you see traditional marketing itself, if you go to a store and buy something and you end up going there very often, or you're a frequent shopper at a particular store, haven't you noticed that when you go back there again, they say, you bought this last time. Would you want something similar? Your shopkeeper is also profiling you at the same, when you are shopping there. So it's not just AI. What AI, every business is profiling their customers. It is, if it's data leakage is something that, they are basically, the broad term for it is they're understanding their customer better. But with AI, yes, the intrusion is a lot more, but that is there with anything online. And as for, and if you talk about, price points for different gadgets, that is very, very common. What I see on an iPhone is definitely not what I'm going to see on Android. And if I see a product, see, every platform also the prices change. If you see the same product on Amazon, the price is different on Amazon, the price is different on Myntra, the price is different on Meesho. Haven't you noticed that? Because Meesho and Amazon and Myntra, they've realized that they are targeting a specific customer, and they want, they feel they're catering to that customer. And I might be someone who might buy something for 300, but I might not buy from Meesho, but I might buy from Amazon, or I might buy it from Myntra. Maybe I'll pay a little bit extra. The difference is that, so it could be just your, forget intents, or it could be psychological too. I might think that the Meesho might not give me a product that is original or with the tags, but, a Myntra or an Amazon will give me. So those things are, AI just helps us segment the customers better. Data leakage, we can't really stop, even if it's AI or not AI. Anything else?
Dear participants, if you have any other question, you can unmute yourself and you can raise your question. Dear participants.
Doctor, I hope we can close.
First of all, I want to thank our Chennai chapter, PRSI Chennai chapter chairman, Mr. Ramkumar Singaram sir, for approving this wonderful session webinar today with special guest, Ms. Vishnu Preeta ma'am and Benjamin Prem Kumar sir. Thank you, sir. Past 1 hour, we received plenty of information as well as many case studies. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, ma'am, for this wonderful session. More than 100 participants participated in this particular webinar, as well as the YouTube live streaming also going on, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Madam, you can leave. Professor, you can post the feedback form.
Yeah.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you. Thank you so much. Thank you all for
Thank you.
being part of the session. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Benjamin, sir. Thank you.
Dear participants, kindly wait for a feedback form. Within a second, I will post the feedback form to receive a e-certificate immediately. Dear participants, I have posted a feedback form in the chat box. Kindly fill up the feedback form to receive a e-certificate immediately through your mail ID. Thank you all. We will meet you in another interesting program in a short while. Thank you for attending this webinar. Thank you all. Oh. Oh.
Great short answer. First இது nice full question. Sigma. நான் சொன்னதுதான் டவுட் ஆயிடுச்சு கேக்குறீங்க படிக்கிறியா அவ கேட்டு வர